with what's going on the football side. Now, I want to tie this into the basketball side a little bit before we get into this. What Billy's doing right now from recruiting and the marketing that's happening and the propaganda that's being pushed, the Dream Team, the Dream 23 team, Jordan's year, right? It has been exceptional. I'm telling you. So it hasn't felt like this from a Florida fan since the 05s, the 06, the 07s, the 08s when basketball and football was good, right? That was a hell of a time. We're not there. I'm not saying we're there because obviously we're not winning, but the energy feels like that, right? Baseball's doing really well right now. Girls basketball's doing really well right now. So my point is, if Billy comes in and kind of really changes this wave and changes the momentum to winning football again, and to Florida being that great team in Florida again, make UF great again, Mike White's seat's going to get even hotter than it was. Because now, hey, you've got to fit into this culture that we're creating again. It's always been there. We always say, hey, Florida, we expect to win. I totally agree. But it definitely went away for a little bit. And I hate to say it, but it did. It just, I don't know what happened, but it kind of dwindled down where obviously we wanted to win, but it felt like we were always playing catch up, right? And now with what Billy's doing, it's seeming to be like, hey, we're setting the tone now. And with that, we've got 11 five-star recruits, one of those being Arch. So we're changing the month of March to Arch because this is all happening in March. This was a Steve joke. I'm not going to take credit for that. And then 29 four-star recruits. There's a total of 53 new recruits coming to visit in March. Now, I was trying to look it up to see all of them, and I had, at first, when the news started flying through, I had, like, some names written down. But then it got so far out of hand, I'm like, this is ridiculous. There's just so many people. I mean, again, it's all big names. It's all these kids that are, like, they're top ranked in their position that are coming to visit in March. And it's beyond exciting. It's huge for the program. It's not just for football, but for everything. It's just setting a tone. The whole, like we talked about this, who he's been hiring for the marketing team and the recruiting team, it's paying dividends. There is some studs that are coming. There's a lot of guys that are coming, a lot of kids that are coming out and saying, I love when I visited Florida. I love the energy there. I want to go play there. I want to be part of that, which is huge to be happening right now. And again, I was like, hey, 2023, a lot's going to happen, but if you can get this momentum now and get these kids to stick, and then we have a good season next year, it's going to be huge, man. It's going to be huge. What are comments saying?
You have 19 quarterbacks to pick from. So I think you guys will be in good shape, at least from that position.
Sure.
Look, what Billy's doing right now, I think is great. Like there's positive energy. He's bringing recruiters that have connections from Louisiana, South Florida, just about any and everything that you could hope for. So far, so good. And like if I were a Florida fan, I'd be very excited. That being said, I'm not. So Florida State has their own recruiting powerhouse coming through here on the 5th of March.
Okay.
Look, it looks like Cedric Brown, who's a 5-star running back, is going to be there. Robbie Washington, he's another defensive back athlete hybrid that's going to be there, 5-star guy. Look, this is the beauty of the spring, right? Is that you get your players back into the program, you get them back into practice, you start to get the ebb and the flow. You have your spring game, which is, you know, who do you root for? The offense or the defense? They both win. It's a win-win.
Sure,
scenario.
But it's good. It's going to be good to see the guys on the field. Go ahead.
No, just to get him back, you know, and look, I think right now for FSU, for Florida, like this is the perfect time that you just want to watch what's happening. You want to watch what the coaches are doing. You want to watch the development of the program and kind of the infrastructure and what they're putting in place and some of the back end things that aren't always like, you know, ESPN, you know, top 10 highlights. So like Matthew Cleveland draining it. But it's just fun to watch. This is a great,
Absolutely.
if you're a college football fan, this is a fun time of year.
Absolutely. So the rankings right now, though, we're only ranked 42nd still in 2023. We haven't had any commits, so we haven't moved our number at all. But interesting that is Notre Dame is number 1. They are ranked first for 2023, followed by Arkansas, and then Georgia, and Florida State's ranked 14th. Now again, a lot of time left to be left on the table, but it was just I was looking up where Florida was, and I figured I'd look everyone else up. But something, okay, Muddy Waters says something. A few comments really quick here. Corey Johnson says, hey, y'all, keep up the good work. You guys have a really entertaining thing going. Hey, man, we appreciate that, man. Thank you for stopping by and then commenting. We love the energy. Muddy Waters says the number 1 cornerback and top 5 player from Lakeland's mom tweeted out yesterday and said she was speechless and raved about Napier's birthday message video. Now, that was really cool. I don't know if you saw that. They sent him a little message video. Another point I wanted to bring up about the mom tweeting out was they had a family day recently where they invited the players' families. They had photos hanging from the ceilings of the players and their families and whatnot. And it's something new that Florida's done. It was, again, they've had kind of a family day, but bringing everybody in this early on. And it's Billy really trying to put together this family atmosphere in Florida. And to me, at first, I didn't know how to think about it, right? I was like, I mean, it's cool. I like it a lot. I love the energy. But what I'm liking about it more and more is it's just him separating himself from everybody else, right? It seems so simple to do, but I think it's impactful, right? When you bring the mom and the dad and the brothers and the sisters and you have everybody in to be part of something, it just brings you all closer together, right? And then that's how you win championships to me, is when you feel that bond and that connection with everybody. You know, when you know your player, but when you know him a little bit further than that, and you have a deeper connection, it's going to have an impact. What am I missing here? Anything else?
No. I mean, you're spot on. So Muddy's also asking how FSU's NIL money, is it an advantage? So FSU has a program called the Rising Spear.
Sounds like everyone has one of those
specific, now. Yeah, I mean, yes, it is true. It's outside the boosters, but it's specifically designed for NIL money. So you can be a booster of FSU, and then you can still contribute to the Rising Spear. And it has not been slow for their contributions. From everything I've seen, from the monthly board of directors and the booster information that I get monthly, it's gone extremely positive. So, well, I don't look now. Look, I don't know how it's used. I don't know what the strategy is on where it goes. I'm not going to pretend to say that I'm the treasurer of this thing by any stretch of the imagination.
It's basically a GoFundMe.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Florida has one as well. Florida has it as well. To me, when I see that, it's a GoFundMe account, so we can get these kids dialed in and ready to go. So
it's unbelievable where we are with this by now. But by the way, I'll leave that for a different conversation.
A cool little insight. I've been collecting cards again lately, getting back into the card game. And with the NIL money now, I saw some guy the other day. He posted. I have another quarterback, but he posted a signed card from Anthony Richardson, which was pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of rare, right? You don't really. Prior to this, that wasn't really a rookie card. Sorry, or not a rookie card, but a college card, obviously, because he's only in his second year. So they took all the Florida logos off because I think of rights and whatnot. But that brand was able to, and I actually bought one of those packs the other day and got a couple of kids in college and got their signed stuff. So it's kind of cool to see where it's headed from a fan perspective. You're able to get that merchandise even sooner now. We'll see how that kind of portrays and if there's any value to that later on. But it was just kind of something cool.